So the Sox appear close to landing Joel Hanrahan. So I ask you, Peter Abraham, how close?
Well, it sounds like there's a deal in place that'll end up involving multiple players. It sounds like the Sox will get Hanrahan and somebody else from Pittsburgh, and they'll send at least Somi Pimentel and Jerry Sands, who's one of the players they got from the Dodgers last year, along with probably two lesser prospects to Pittsburgh. So there's a lot of moving parts here, a lot of guys that will have to undergo physicals and everything before it gets official. But it sounds like the Red Sox traded what essentially will amount to spare parts off their roster for a top closer, a guy who's been one of the best closers in the game for the last couple of years.
So the Red Sox acquire Andrew Bailey last season. He's out most of the year with a thumb injury. Comes back. He's less than stellar. What would Hanrahan's acquisition mean for Bailey's future with the team?
Well, I would think at the very least there's going to be a competition for closer in spring training. I don't know that they'll name somebody ahead of time, but they will need to pick somebody. And there are some issues physically with Andrew Bailey over the years. He's only had a few uninterrupted seasons because of injuries, so this gives the Red Sox a lot of protection at the back end of that bullpen. And that's what you always want to have.
So let's talk about the depth for a second. You got Kojay Uehara already signed. You add Hanrahan to the mix. Daniel Bard, maybe John Farrell can resurrect his career in the bullpen at least. How good could this bullpen be moving forward?
Well, potentially very good. And you look at Franklin Morales and Alfredo Aceves and guys who could be either long relievers or spot starters, or even, a guy like Aceves who's been a closer for a time. So there are a lot of guys with closing experience in that bullpen. There's some specialists in terms of the lefties that they have. There's some guys who throw hard. There's a guy in Uehara who gets a lot of ground balls. There's a lot of variations that John Farrell can go with, a lot of different options depending on who the other team has coming up. And that's what you want. You want your manager to have a lot of different options as he's trying to game plan in the late innings. And it looks like the Red Sox have that kind of setup for John Farrell.
Certainly sounds like that could be the case. Peter Abraham, thank you.
Thank you very much.